At the heart of it, meditation is about being present. It can be easy, it feels amazing, and you can definitely do it. Welcome to the Meditate with Miinkay podcast, where I teach you how to fit meditation into your daily life. With just a little bit of instruction and some practice, you can become a daily meditator. Welcome back to the Meditate with Miinkay podcast. Today's episode is not a meditation. I wanted to do this episode because I needed a place to process my grief, but also to let you guys know how much this man has influenced my life. Last week, Thich Nhat, a renowned Buddhist and monk, passed away. He was 95, so he passed away in his old age. And those of us who were following him knew he was on his way to the next life. But it's still a sad moment. And if you didn't know him, then I would encourage you to look him up. He wrote more than 130 books about Buddhism and compassion, meditation. His teachings have been studied by probably almost every Buddhist in the world, and also many more who are not Buddhist, because these teachings aren't about becoming or following a religion. They're really about kindness and compassion. I wanted to do this special episode because I needed a place to process my grief. But I also wanted to tell you about him and let you know how much he's influenced me and this podcast I've been making. I draw constant inspiration from his books, his teachings, the way he meditates, how he has lived his life. And this man has connected me so deeply to the practice of being at peace with oneself. His books are short, simple, and deeply moving, and they often only take a few hours or less to read. But some I've sat to contemplate for longer. Let me tell you about how I found out about him. When I turned 30, I had hit a really low point in my life, so I decided to take a month-long solo road trip. I recently quit my career. I was turning my whole life around, and I needed this trip to just get away, clear my mind, reflect, and figure out the next steps. And along the way, I went to visit a friend in San Francisco, and she lent me Thich Nhat Hanh's book, You Are Here. I took this book with me, and I went backpacking, I went camping, and I read this book throughout my trip. And the simplicity of this book touched me so deeply. It taught me how to be with myself in a calm and compassionate way. And it taught me that I can be my own savior and that I have all the love and support I need inside me. You see, I really needed this book because on this trip, I learned that I was my own worst enemy. I was by myself for at least 3 weeks, usually not talking to anyone, without the internet for a lot of it, and gradually I saw how I treated myself. I would make small mistakes, make a wrong turn, miss an exit, and get angry at myself. I would regret not doing something or pass like some small shop or some minor thing and regret not stopping to just take a minute and look around. And then I would mull about my regret for hours. A lot of simple decisions became harder to make because of FOMO, and I was overthinking things. I was really making myself miserable on this trip where I was supposed to be having fun and clearing my mind and enjoying myself. I expected myself to be perfect and to have a perfect trip. And when I didn't live up to my ideas of perfection, I was really upset. And I realized how much inner turmoil I had. I realized how poorly I treated myself and why. And reading this book turned me around. It set me on a path of self-forgiveness, self-compassion, and understanding. I didn't even know that you could treat yourself this way until Thich Nhat taught me how to talk to myself, how to care for myself. And reading this book literally changed my life. It's not like snap and everything changed forever, but he started me on a path of turning things around. And I want to thank him for passing along the words, the ideas, and the compassion for us who didn't have them in the first place. And I want him to know that every moment I do this podcast, that I pass along meditation, that I try to teach self-compassion and self-kindness, I do so with appreciation to him and his teachings. I only hope to spread these ideas because they're part of healing yourself. And you're only in control of yourself and who you are. So helping people heal themselves is how I want to help heal the world. Thank you for being here and listening to my story. I also just want to let you know that I'm not telling you this to try and turn you into a Buddhist or change your views on things. I just wanted to share what happened to me and who my teacher was. This is your host, Miinkay. I appreciate you being here to listen to my story, and I appreciate your presence, and I hope to see you in the next meditation. Hi, I'm the host Miinkay, and I wanted to thank you for listening. If you've been enjoying the show, something easy you could do to help me is to rate and review the podcast. Just go to your podcast app, and usually the rate and review section is at the bottom of the podcast page. It only takes a minute, and doing so helps me and helps other people find Meditate with Miinkay. So thank you in advance, and please enjoy today's meditation.